Go ahead, I'm gonna go right here. Yeah, sorry, then you'll be next.
So, my name is Jay, and great to see you here. I know I've missed you a few times in the past. And my question is, because if I'm wrong, you were the first person who kind of brought life to Deadpool, right, in the cartoon series, correct?
Yeah, I was the first in an animated type feature. I think I'm forgetting his name. Did the game? Anybody else? Anybody know? Yeah, there's an early Deadpool game through Capcom. I think he had done it. But yeah, Hulk vs. Wolverine was the first time it was ever done in an animated feature.
And so my question is on that is, how did you go about bringing him to life? Because you were before Reynolds. I mean,
the quick story of it is I was doing a show called Wolverine and the X-Men cartoon. Yeah, yeah, Cyclops. You're welcome. And Craig Kyle was one of the producers on that show, and he was one of the producers on the Deadpool movie, Hulk vs. Wolverine, that had featured Deadpool in it. And they had actually recorded with another actor somewhere else, and he came and he said, "Guy did a great job, but it's just not quite what we want, and we have an idea. This is what we want you to do." And I said, "Yeah, great." And we went, and they said the movie was pretty much done. He's got a mask, so don't worry about the lines. And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He says, "I just want you to do what you do between takes at Wolverine and the X-Men that makes people laugh and is horrible and and terrible and dirty, and that's Deadpool." And I said, "Okay." So most of that was actually, we had somewhat of a script, but we ad-libbed a lot of it, like, rock-a-bye, bang! That was one line. He said, "Let's go shoot the floating baby," because it was all silent. I'm watching it, and he's going, and I just saw that, and I'm like, "Hey, when we're done, let's go kill those floating babies." Bang! Rock-a-bye. And then when he brought up, I went, bang! So I was literally just watching it, and it's actually something that my friends and I have done in the past, where we go and we'll we'll watch a show and then hit the mute button and just start ripping. You just start play like the boy. But I'll do that with my kids. We'll be in the grocery store. We'll see some guy in his car and he's singing, and I'm like, we'll start singing. It's just fun. It's pretty much belittling people silently. Fred Tatasciore and I actually used to do that. We were at San Diego Comic-Con and we just sat there. It was one of the funniest things I've ever done. We watched some TV show and we just hit mute. We were just like giving everybody that popped on the screen voices, just talking back. It was dirty. Yes.
Crazy how the panel ended yesterday, huh?
Yeah. And just I'm in the middle of my panel yesterday, fire alarm. Well, 2/3 of the way through, we got most of the stuff, and I think the last question some guy was, "How much do you make?" I told the story to Charles Martinet, and he said, "Just next time, just say not enough." It's never enough.
So my question is, did you play the Crash Bandicoot game before it was in Uncharted 4?
Have I ever?
Yeah, had you ever played the game?
Yeah, I played it, but I knew that Nathan Drake probably never did. So it's just like, no, what is it? What is a Bandicoot? So the great thing about that, somebody else had played the game, and so what we were watching was a video feed of someone playing, and so I would sit there and pretend to play. And we in the motion capture suits, we were pretending to play, and there was nothing scripted. It was just like riff. And it was Emily and I just making things up. That's it. So that whole scene was just off the top of our heads.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah, a lot of people loved it. I think that's the great thing about Nathan Drake and why so many people like that series. They're very real people. They're very vulnerable. They're real people. They're just like. They're a couple that you probably know. You're like, hey, they're like that, And I think that's what made him not that typical action hero. It was different. He was very grounded in reality, and I think their relationship is it's a testament. I mean, the funny thing is, if you play those 4 games, you'll see the arc of the love story between the two. Mm-hmm. His maturity as a man and their love story, and as many love stories end with a baby.
Spoilers.
Oh, did I spoil it? Yes. there is a love child at the end of 4. And mocapping that was. So, you're next. Yes.
Okay.
You got it, I think, without the mic, right?
Yeah, I know. I can
hear
I suppose.
Not that old.
So I know that with a lot of voice actors, like whenever they're going to be playing like a character, sometimes they the artists actually take a resemblance of like the voice actor's face into the character. Did you like when you see Nathan Drake? Do you see bits of yourself onto like into Nathan?
Yeah. The first game was based on there was nobody really based on it. Everyone's like, it's Nathan Fillion, who's a friend of mine. It's like, no, I know the idea is there, and it does, you can see a lot of that, and I'm sure he was, I think conceptually, there's probably some that look a lot like him because that was that, kind of look. And I think the original concept artist was a Firefly fan, probably. But over the years, it had to evolve, and up to Uncharted 4, where they literally put me in this globe device with like 80 cameras, 87 cameras, I think it is, and they pop, and you do different facial expressions, eyes closed, open, and your eyes are watering. It takes a good hour, but what it is that's a digital map of every kind of muscle thing that your face can do, and then they get an overall. I don't know how they do it, but then it's all layered, and they literally took my face and put it over the skull of Nathan Drake. So everything you see on him is my face. You see these little wrinkles that I've earned over my years. If you look and you see a picture, the same wrinkles are on his face. But his jaw, some of his features are slightly different. But there's certainly some pictures in some angles where people, even my wife saw it. She goes, "Oh my God, that's you!" And now there's going to be there's a couple new projects I'm doing where, they actually use your actual likeness, and which is cool and creepy at the same time, because but when it's your face, like my lips will curl a certain way when I say a word or something like that, and when you're doing Drake's, there's mechanics because it's not technically it's the skin, but it's not it's bizarre. So sometimes little things don't work the same, but the technology that's developing is will blow you away. Just hang on. I mean, we're still in its infancy. It's amazing what's coming out. You had a question. I was a Looney Tunes fan, big time. Mel Blanc loved Looney Tunes. Yeah, it's okay. What's amazing about that is you come to cons, you meet all these voice actors. It's like, there was Mel Blanc, and he did them all. And it's just astounding. It's just amazing what he did. I was a huge Foghorn Leghorn, and everybody. I mean, those still make me laugh. In fact, I bought all the DVDs, which do those even exist anymore? I bought all the DVDs for my kids. I made my kids watch it. I also like Tom and Jerry. I just really liked Three Stooges, which people getting hurt. It's always seems to make me laugh. So yeah, those are my favorites. See, now there's more. Hold on, right there. Sure, and
I made you something.
you did.
Bring it over.
As long as it doesn't blow up. Never know. He's like, here you go. What do I have? Oh, that's so cool. And it's framed? Look at everybody, it's Deadpool. Thank you so much. So cool. Oh, it's like mirrored in the back? It's mirrored. Oh, it gets prettier when I look at it. Oh, nice. Keep the stand. This is going on the wall. Yes, no, please keep the stand. I'm putting that on the wall. That is so cool. Araceli?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Araceli Navarro, everyone.
That is a little bit of awesome. You got my good side.
I know she did.
Yeah. Get her number.
Shut up. Yes.
Can you do a conversation between you and your two voices for Deadpool?
You mean like I just did? Yeah. You weren't quite paying attention. Were you not rolling on that one? What does she want you to do?
Don't make fun of the baby.
Yeah, dude, let's go take it. You can't take it. Too much work. Yeah, see the guy's nodding. He does.
See, I want to say dirty things, but there's a baby. You say worse? Okay.
She actually watched Deadpool with us.
Yeah. You're welcome. Have another baby. Yes.
So were you surprised that in Uncharted 4 that they added in the multiplayer all those taunts, like the dance moves, like the robot? And
Yeah, well, the funny thing is people thought it was like, wow, he can really dance. So much so that I actually tweeted out the link, I don't know. The day's muddle. But it's amazing. There's a whole YouTube video you can find of they got the dancers to come in and do some of those moves, and because originally the original games, yeah, I did all this stuff. We do little dances and and then but these things are like. And I'm like, that hurt, but I just did it. So I would never do that. But surprised, I just wish I could do some of those things. This guy's got move. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I think you to say two of my favorite Superman lines.
Are you just
Just short. So one's silly, one's a little bit more serious.
okay?
All right.
Which Superman? The Lego silly one or Young Justice?
The comic book one. One is from this one's a line from the classic Superman movies. You'll probably recognize it. If you
Okay.
see it. One is, I hope this little incident hasn't put you up of flying. Statistically speaking, it's still the safest way to travel.
A lot of words. I hope this little incident.
I
hope this little incident.
Talking to Lois after an airplane. I hope this little incident hasn't put you up of flying.
I hope this little incident hasn't put you off of flying.
Statistically speaking,
Statistically speaking, it's still the safest way to travel.
there we go.
That's a lot of words.
This one's from my favorite comic book of all time.
Please be short.
If you're from this Earth, it can't be perfect because a perfect Earth doesn't need a Superman. It's modern Superman talking to
Oh, okay. My answer is no. I can't remember all these things. Get down. Hang on, Lois. I just don't know. I can't do that. I charge for it. It's going to be a lot of money. Call my agents. 10%. And the union gets pissed. Yes.
Speaking of remembering things, I was curious what it was like working on GoldenEye 64, and if you can do any of the sounds you recorded.
You are a horrible man. You were pulling out. There was the only person worse than you was the guy who asked me to do the sergeant from SWAT 4 that I did 1,000 years ago, and when I didn't remember the voice, he berated me. How dare you meet a fan and can't perform? No, I won't take that fare, mate. Well, off you go. And then, it's different. And like in Cornwall, they have a different type of thing. They pronounce their R's, like the fishermen are netters, and they talk like that. And, yeah, I met a guy today from, I don't know if he's here, but Northern England. He almost sounds Scottish, South African. He's up near Sheffield. And it's like, yeah, go around the poop. And it's almost like it's Scottish, but it's not because it's out in here, and then they're all over the place. So, which one, I would say? Which one? Yes. Okay, yeah, sorry. Right there. That's just from every World War II movies that was ever made. You just watch the World War II movies and you just say, yes. I was telling the panel yesterday, though, it's strange. Like I'm starting to see Richtofen cosplay, and I'm, that's SWAT stickers. Don't want to do that one. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about people like, I love your Nazi. No. It's German during the World War II era. Not quite a full supporter. You gotta be really careful about it. Yeah, no, honestly, it's just movies, you know. I used to love the World War II movies, and Hogan's Heroes was a thing. Like, where are you, Hogan? That's how you're doing. So is this, and then we were able to do some funny stuff like that. So now there's most Germans. I remember one guy came up and goes, "I'm German, and you don't really sound like it." And I went, "Yes, I do." He goes, no, you don't." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He goes, "You don't sound like me. I sound exactly like you." And I look over at the guy next to me, and the guy goes, "He does." He goes, "Well, it doesn't work with my ear." One guy. I can live. Yes.
Can you do Superboy getting mad at Deadpool?
Superboy getting mad at Deadpool. Wow, you just putting me on the spot here. I don't know. Superboy just. I hate you, Dad. You're not my real dad.
This kid's got issues.
Shut up.
I'm invincible. Do whatever you need to do. Let's stump a mud hole in your chest.
Yes.
Out of all the Deadpools, what's your favorite Deadpool?
Mine?
I told you.
Of all the Deadpools, well, there haven't been too many, have there? Well, mine. I like mine. But I will tell you this. I love the movie. I think Ryan Reynolds is hysterical. I'm a fan of his, and he keeps making those movies, and he's a true fan. A lot of people don't know that Ryan Reynolds is a true fan. He's got the rights to that, and he's worked hard to get that movie made, and I can't wait for him to see the next one.
1 minute.
1 minute. Yes.
Sorry.
I'll give you 2. You're so nice.
Okay, like as quickly as possible. It's so great to see you again. Like last time I saw you was like SacAnime 2012.
Yeah, it was a while back.
I was like 14 at the time. Now I'm 17, and it just. I honestly love the Uncharted series so much. I basically grew up with that
Oh,
game.
thanks. So did I.
And I would honestly constantly like play that all the time, and I would play that like nonstop, like all night.
Cool.
every day.
Well,
And
thank you.
With my dad, and it's what got us close.
Oh, cool. You know, the great thing about the Uncharted franchise is that I meet so many people, all different, you know, from teenagers to, there was a constable, a police officer in England who traveled 3 hours. There's people in the military came up and told me and Steve Bloom with the zombies, Dr. Richtofen, they're going out and having firefights, and they come back and they shoot zombies. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. He goes, hey, every now and then we'd get a satellite signal, and we'd have to play through tears because we're playing with our kid back home, or our buddies. Some of these kids are 18, 19, and we got a signal, and we're playing, you know, and then it said it was as fun as it was, then it would we'd lose the satellite signal and be gone. But he said we played those games, and you know, I'm really proud to be part of the industry. You know, I love. Thank you for all the attention, but there's so many parts that go into making it, bringing them to life, and like I said before, we're just in the infancy. There's couples have been brought together through that game. You know, daughters, dads, and moms. I got kids who go, I got my mom to play. She says, I won't let him. I put one in my room now, which, oh, there's so many ways to go with that. Come on, Nathan. Okay, I'll take one more question, but I have to go. They have a car. I have to get to the airport and see. Nobody feeds the dogs when I'm away. I gotta get back. Right there. Oh, hold on. 2 questions, real quick.
Okay, my question is about Destiny when you play the Ghost.
Eyes up, Guardian, yes.
What was that like, taking over for Peter Dinklage and then playing
Real
the
quick,
Ghost?
it was an audition, and I had no idea it was to replace anything, and they were just, they framed it as another character, and at the end, when they wanted to move forward with hiring me, then they said, this is what we're gonna do. We did The Taken King, that was so well received that we went back, which is terrifying, and re-recorded everything, because it's a live game, can be updated like that, which is terrifying, so you say, you gotta stay on your game.